That's weird. Are we live? Yes, we are. Alrighty. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. What are we doing today? Haven't quite made up my mind yet, actually. Do we have audio? Yeah, we do. Okay. Okie dokie. Why don't we kick off with some daily? Oh yeah, I'm learning quick. I'm learning quick, Sweet Blues. I also know that the cut is wrong. I'm about to attend to that problem right now. Here we go. Okay, we haven't done this before. Okay, so let's quickly kill these. Okay, uno. Dos. What? Check, check. Easy. Nice to see it to be professional at work. Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about, but I agree. I would love to see a professional at work as well. Too kind, Mr. Toiven. It is 93, queen takes and then mate. If the rook trade, then it's still mate. Okay. That was the warm-up. Now let's do a full week. So this is eliminating the Defendario. Check, knight can't take back because of the pin. Queen is gone. This is the good old elastic band. Is it gonna be G2 check, king here, queen, and then promote knight, king here, H4 mate? Whoa. Hello. That is not bad. Whew. That's for a Wednesday puzzle. That was pretty hard. I mean, compare that to check here, king here. Rook e8 take, king take, check, king f8, rook f7 is mate. But what if the rook goes to d8? So check here, here, rook d8. Take, king take, check, king here. But then I have g7, g... Yeah, okay. So I don't understand how this is a puzzle. Like, this was infinitely easier than the one before. Infinitely easier. I'm having vibes of rook takes, pawn takes. Bishop b6 to open up the Morphy mate. Derpy, Welcome in, brother. That was a very nice solution there. Craftily. Yeah, that's right. And the knight promotion wasn't even the last move. Oh, this is the Steinitz game. It's rook d8, queen d8, queen e6, king h7, rook h6 takes, and then the solo queen checkmates. No die classics, ladies. No die classics. Aren't you, those of you lucky who are here early? My promotions are a gimmick. Don't know about that. Okay, so I reckon it's gonna be knight h3, king here, knight g3 takes, knight f2. King g1 takes, and then mate on h1. Let's try it. Oh, it's actually mate with rook h1. Yeah, nice. Nice. And like that, ladies. Just like that, we knocked out an entire week. Any questions? Any questions? No, let's do one more. Hello, Erwin. We are doing Splendido. Thank you very much. Splendido. Knight f6, queen d7 mate. Easy pays. So this is knight c5, queen c5, and then we just take the knight. GG. There. Is this another night promotion? That would be epic, but it's not. Oh wait, I can just take and what? Oh no, I'm an idiot. It's take g8 and then mate. Ay. Yeah, I wanted to go in the scenic route, and that was just basic. Wait, how is what? Oh, I get it. Okay, so if bishop b2, king b1, bishop c3, then there is queen b3. But then we have queen f5, king c1. Some zigzag story. I mean, wait, bishop b2, rook b2 just wins. Oh no, because of f7. Right, so one more time. Take he, take queen b3. If I go rook b2, king c1. Oh yeah, that's it, and then queen g5. Okay, I'm an idiot. Yeah, this was the move that I missed. Goodo. Okay, this looks like bishop c3. So let's go. And then just mate. That was easy. Oh, this is the famous... is it Kasparian puzzle study? I believe it is. How does it go? 98, king g6, h5, rook h5, f5, rook f5, knight g7, rook goes away, bishop f5, rook f5, pawn g4. It's one of the most... Yeah, it says Kasparian in the top. It is absolutely unsolvable unless you know what you're looking for. Just saying. So check. The idea is to lock the king in. If the king takes, then rook g7, king here, and here is mate. And now you go check to lock in the king completely. Now you are threatening with mate. Oh, because then g4. It's g4 first, sorry. And then you go bishop f5, and then knight g7, and then I will show you this. And then one of these mates is unstoppable. Nice. How do you know if you are ready for your first OTB tournament? Easy. There is one around you. You have the time to make it to go. That's the sign. That, my friend, is your sign. Yeah, I heard about this before. This aphantasia thing. Weird. Blundell, welcome. Welcome, you legend. Welcome. Is that your first sub to this party? I don't seem to recognize your name, brother. Repair is in the house. Hex is on. Forlan is on. Yeah, the crew is gathering finally. Okay, that's good news. That's good news. What have I got here? Oh, okay. Why don't we have some endgame fun with Mr. Van Perlo? That could be a lot of fun. Excusez-moi. Excusez-moi again. Aïe, 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 aïe. Okay, let's go back to normal layout. And let's do this. Oh, that's awesome, man. That's very good to hear. I love your Chess Principles Reloaded Center. For sure to cause the biggest impact on my game. Love hearing it, buddy. Love hearing it. We're working on something that is going to impact your game in a similarly epic fashion. Derpy! Why does the London suck? Well, there is a YouTube video out there about it, made by yours truly. I recommend you watch it. By the way, it doesn't even suck, really. Right? Like, it only sucks if you really want to have some serious goals in chess. If you are a casual player, it's totally fine. Honestly. Okay, ladies. Yeah. Yeah, but I consider that to be the lesser of the two evils. Okay, so white to move. How do we win this, guys? But again, the same goes for the Jabava, right? If you don't really have super major ambitions in chess, you are golden. So, white to move. And winner chicken dinner is the objective. Yan in the house. Hey. Oh, Tindy in the house. Bloody hell. Some fair dinkum rock stars have shown up today. Can't complain, ladies. Yeah, look at you go. Julian Karp, welcome in, welcome. Julian, it is a anti-Sicilian, and I don't understand why people bother playing it. That's my opinion about it. D-Dog. No worries. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Bishop E2 Sicilians. Like, if you play some anti-Sicilian, at least play something that has some venom to it. That's my take on that. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a hint. There are two moves to consider, f7 and h7. One of them draws, the other one wins. Oh, Mr. Rengauer is in here to save the day. That I like to see. Well, if you are convinced that it's one rather than the other, then surely you are able to explain why the other doesn't work, right? Yeah, black winning here is gonna be challenging. You are definitely correct. Oh, good, Tana, you are forgiven. I have heard that you are interested in luxury real estate, so I thought that's what it might have been. Actually, in the game, the white player chose the wrong one, and the game ended in a draw. So even when things looking so ridiculously winning, it is quite easily doable to go wrong. Yeah, tactics found the answer. So h7 is a blunder. h7 is a blunder because after king h8, f7, knight takes g6 soils the party, and the game is a draw. Because if you take the knight, it's a stalemate. Otherwise, the knight just stops the pawn. In contrast, if we start with f7, which is the correct move, then after knight f7, h7, now black is cooked. Because normally where the king goes, there is not going to be a stalemate, and one of the two pawns are going to promote. Whereas after king f8, if we do the same idea, once again, this is not a stalemate because the king can escape on e7. So, yeah, not bad. Not bad. Yeah, I did actually. I did get a new lighting, yes. And fucking hell do I love it, man. Like, the old one was radiating heat like a nuclear bomb. Plus, it was burning the shit out of my eyes, too. So, yeah, it is a very pleasant change. Well, see, the thing is that the endgames that I'm showing you right now, they are actually not endgames. They are all tactics. The good way to get good at endgames is to read endgame books and engage with my course that is gonna come out in about half a year and is going to break the internet. Fuck that bullshit. We are black here. The question is how to be sexy. And Renga already knows the answer to how to be sexy. But now we are talking about that on the chessboard, so it might be a different story. Yeah, it's planning to be delicious. Oh, everyone is coming at me with the F4 guns. I reckon it would have taken about half a year, yeah. Because I'm nowhere near finished writing it, not even close. And then it has to go through tests, then it has to be recorded. So half a year is my estimate from this point. F4. So what's wrong with King C2? Let's start with the obvious questions. Yeah, so after King C2, Knight D4 check, black can no longer win. If we go back to C3, we even lose. So, yeah, it would be some kind of a perpetual check. So that's a no-go. However, if we play F4, we create a very awkward situation in White's camp, because now the pawns are rolling. If knight takes, we can no longer utilize the knight to come in for the pawn, and it's a queen. Mr. Finesse, no, read endgame books. And if they take like this, then G pawn rolls, and now the two pawns are unstoppable. This was really a cute one mover, but I thought I would share it with you because it was cute. Just like me. Okay, I did tell you that we're only looking at tactics, but the next one is going to be actually... Yeah, the Silverman is pretty decent. Yeah, it's not bad. That's the book that I'm hoping to outdo. Okay, so the next one is going to be super challenging for many, but a lot of fun to engage with. Okay, this is the position. We are white. What on earth is going on here? What on earth is going on here? Awesome, Dana. Good stuff. Yeah, this one is a good one. Oldie but goodie. What are we doing this stream? A lot of different things, mostly making our chess better. Louis, you are correct. But how do we go about it? Mr. Thomas Martinez, very good to have you back again, buddy. Ask them nicely to go to that corner. You don't need to do that. They will have to do that if you do it well. Yeah. The winner are double pawns. We're winning. Have you seen that game that I analyzed yesterday, Rengar? Were you still here when we went through that carnage? Exactly, Monkey. Exactly. Very good. So what we want to do here is quite counterintuitive because we want to force black to take our last pawn. That's our only hope to win, that king gets stuck here. And the way we go about it... Yeah, it was. It's exactly what the monkey said. It's exactly what the monkey said. Okay, so how did it go? King takes. King f2, very important. f3. And now we have got basically the mate set up, but you still need to be decently smart about it. Can anyone see the mating sequence? It's about 8 moves from here. Professor, that's exactly what I'm here for, mate, to hear that. So basically, this is a textbook case of a puzzle that you should be able to reverse engineer. So what you want to have is a position where you have a knight on g4. Your opponent's king is on h1. Your own king is on f1. Black is in zugzwang. They must push f2. And then it's knight f2 mate. And so it almost feels like, well, then we just have it, no? Because check and king f1. But the answer is no, because now comes f2. And now you can't take with the king, because then after h2 you don't have mate. And the game is a draw. So we have to take it with the knight. And after king h2 now it looks like we spoiled the broth, because the king is just about to escape. But this is a very famous, well-known theoretical position everyone should know. Let me see who can wrap up the rest of it. I need a whole sequence of moves here. It's a white to move mate in 5. Oh yes! Woo!
I wanted to thank you. I started playing chess in April and was not improving for a long time because I was stuck on the London. Then I saw your video on playing everything, and it really saved me. Have been following you since then and love your content.
Booyah, baby! Thanks, Blundell,
Game
and
analysis.
also thank you, Tana, for the 15. We're going to jump onto that. I don't know why my... Like, lately my tingles don't work. My commands, and it really pisses me off. So, mate in 5. I want someone to type in the whole sequence. Please. While I'm fixing up the commands. I don't know what's cooking. Whoa, Tindy! 4-player game. Tindy, first of all, you are a 4-king legend for sending me 50 buckies. Second of all, the only 4-player game that is accepted on this chat is you and 3 ladies. And you know what I mean. Sweet Blues, when there is a knight on g3, it's very difficult for black to play king h1. Chameleon Eyes, after knight e4, king h1, king f2, why would black play h2? Of course I will go back to king h2. Oh, you got my e4 course too, Blundell. That's awesome, man. Sweet. I don't know why my fucking commands don't work. Just lost a game where I was completely trashing a title player by hanging a rook. Do you have a way of coping with things like that? Yeah, suck it up and start playing the next game. $250 FIDE rating is insane growth. What she said. Churro found it. So here after king h2 you need to go on a bit of an excursion. Knight d2 only. Knight f1. This is the key position. Oh, maybe now. Maybe now. Maybe now. Let's try this. Oh, there we go, baby. There we go. Okay. I've made it work. Which is what she said too. Radio. Tanner supposedly has got a game for us, ladies and gentlemen. So now we are going to go into some anal. Do I need to do it again? King f2, and then you bring the knight down here. You take away the h2 square from the king, so the pawn has to go there. And then knight g3. The reason why is the Nimzo Blundell, because it exposes you to a lot of healthy pawn structures that you should know. Okay, Tanner. Asking for the anal. Okay, it looks like a sexy win. What time control was this, buddy? Daily? The Nimzo is a fertile ground for IQP structures, hanging pawns, healthy setups. It has everything that improving players should see. Yeah, the reverse engineering is real in that puzzle, Tindy. You vote for me to shorten the review. Okay, let's see the shortened review. Tana, E4, you are a fucking hero, man. Done, dusted. What could go wrong? Next. Oh, French. Alright, especially then, it's over. Oh, you are playing the sexy gambit. Okay. Okay, let's go. That looks dog shit. As in Bishop B4 does. I would have considered he kicking that bishop in the face right away. Yeah, that's a valid concept, Blandil, but almost in every single scenario there is a very valid reason why giving up said bishop is... Wait, what the fuck am I looking at here? Okay, Tanner, why is this not knight e4 after like 12 seconds of thinking? What am I looking at? Was the idea that you were going to win the house here? Is that what you thought? Yeah, except it doesn't work. Yeah, so knight e4 is screaming to be the move to be played because bishop e1 just loses to knight d6 check, and that's carnage. Whereas in your case, the refutation is very difficult to see. It's actually absolutely glorious. So it's bishop c6 here and then knight f3. And now after take, you can't really take the rock. Because of this check. And we're getting our queen trapped on top of getting mated. Not a good combo. Ay. Yeah, but this was a very complex one, so I am not gonna throw too much shade on you for this. Yeah. That was next level. And now you're golden. Now you're golden. Absolutely golden. Okay, cool. Bishop c3 is also ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, this is just carnage. This is just absolute carnage. What was your plan here, Tanner, after h6? Okay, so question to the chat. What do you guys think the best move is here for white? You will be surprised. You guys will be surprised. Guess the move. Only started watching the channel recently after Danya's passing. I got someone in that h5 knight g4 line against the Bowdler attack in the Sicilian the other day, and it was spectacular. Well, first of all, I'm very glad to have you on board. It is a very tragic way to earn a new viewer, but I do hope that hopefully many people from Danya's chat will find me. I want to be more humble than saying that I wish to continue his legacy, but I can definitely say that the things that I do and what he used to do align a fair bit, except that I play less, and do more of the educational talk. Yeah, so very often when you see aggressive players, they actually flatly refuse to take material, especially with their queen, because they think that that's all about grabbing material and being materialistic and not focusing on the attack. And so often they overlook an aspect of a pawn grab like this, which is that it completely immobilizes the army. Right? So what you need to keep in mind is that Black's next move wants to be castles, right? So for that reason, what you are looking to do is to find moves that disallow castling. And very ironically, one of those moves, in fact the best one to accomplish that goal, is to take on b7. So how does it actually discourage castling? Queen e4 is good, but then they can play g6. Yeah, I thought actually that take was winning a piece. That was my answer, but I figured out that I was wrong. Because after rook fd1, rook d1, there is rook b8. And we are actually losing a piece. The more subtle answer, which is still the same concept, is that you start with rook d1. And now we are threatening to take e7 and bishop b5. And all of a sudden, we are killing black in this section of the board rather than anything to do with their king. There's nothing they can do to release the pins on these various pieces. It is actually pretty spectacular. Like now the threat of take and bishop b5 is more or less unstoppable. Anyway, queen h5 is definitely not a bad move. But after h6 you would have had a bit of a harder time to combat black's position, which is quite sturdy. Okay, now it is just over. Oh mia madre. Excuse me. Love rook b1. Not so sure about this guy here. So I would go very caveman about this business, and I would ask myself, what if I play queen f6? And the answer is knight d5. At which point I'm like, okay, so how do I mess with knight d5? Bishop c4. And now good luck, Chuck. And when you look at bishop c4, you actually realize that you accidentally created a secondary threat. Not only do we have now bishop this on the screen, on the list of things to do, on the menu if you will, but actually bishop takes e6 is threatened too. Which adds an extra layer of sexy. Neat. Okay, let's go. Rook e3. I'm not sure what this does, but I guess I will see. Okay, isn't this hanging? Hello? What? What? Guys, what are you smoking? Rook b7, bishop b7, bishop b5 is hanging. What? And multiple of you said that. Or was that an earlier comment? Oh yeah, I think it was an earlier comment. Never mind. Oh, Fat Belly in the house. Hello. As is Dr. Casual. Yeah, I don't understand why this is not hanging. Can someone shout out to Casual Dad for the 38th month? Yeah, I don't understand why we're not taking f7 here. That's inexplicable to my level. What? Blundell, please know that I am streaming right now to YouTube. And so when you wake up tomorrow morning, you can just go to YouTube and watch the rest of the stream there. Just so that you know. Good man. Right, our good friend Tanner forgot that f7 was hanging. And instead we played the slightly mysterious rook d1. By the way, Mr. Casual, have you decided about the tournament? Okay, bishop e2 makes perfect sense. We want to kill them on the d file. c4, please. Thank you. Any move, please. Oh, Yafuso, that's so cool, man. I'm very happy for you. Very good. Yeah, that is very nice, actually. I like this a lot. This is very, very neat. Very difficult, but beautiful. And then it's gonna be some kind of a bullying like that. Good, good. I'm happy for you, man. I'm happy for you. I don't know if that would breach your privacy policy, but if you want to share with the chat where you are going, it's up to you. I think it's a very exciting thing. But if not, that's fine too. Queen sack like a trooper. I love you, Tanner. Yes, baby! Yes! Now that, ladies and gentlemen, was some high tea chess. No, Mr. Pudicini, because the knight on e7 was hanging. So I don't know how you hope to trap my queen here when I'm threatening with mate. Against the Spanish, there is only good recommendations, my friend. Like, you could play my repertoire from the club players repertoire, which is the Schliemann. You could play Marshall, which is a lot of fun. You could play the Archangel, a lot of fun. I don't actually, I am a bit of a classicist in chess, and most Rui Lopez main lines are classical in a sense, so I don't understand the struggle there. Like, all of them are fun and good. Yeah, got wrecked. Yeah, that was the game. Is this so? In the game, we allowed our queen to be trapped in order to absolutely massacre our opponent like that. Yeah. That was the getting shreked. That is shrekking. Yeah, I don't know why you don't like the open Spanish. That would have been on my recommended list too. Yeah, the Queen B7 one was definitely there. Oh, Cody in the house. Hello. All the Haiti people are here. That's absolutely bloody marvelous. By the way, speaking of Haiti people, Tindy, I haven't seen a chess game by you for 7 years, brother. What is going on there? Are you still playing actual chess, or you decided to go full snowflake and play this 4-player nonsense? I demand a game from Tindy. Coach, I'm trying to get from 21 to 2300. What do you recommend for me? A girlfriend, definitely. Well, everything is hanging now. Oh, that was a comment earlier. Yeah, a girlfriend is what I recommend. Okay, what else is there that we should be having a good look-see at? Okay, I've got a game for us to have a look at. If anyone is interested. If not, I will still show you it. So, let's go. Indeed, a great suggestion. Yeah, thank you. I tend to offer good suggestions. If you are referring to FIDE rating in long time control and you're looking to go from 21 to 2300, you need to work your ass off. That's what you need to do. That is basically it. Work your butt off. And anyone who tells you otherwise, they're full of shit. Don't believe them. All right, here we go. All theory. So I'm going to go fast into the opening. Still theory. Okay. Oh. Excuse me. We can start guessing moves from here. Why to move and be super sexy. For those of you who already are, yeah, try even harder. Rook C1, that was a joke. Okay. I once won a 4-player game in 6 moves. Yes, but that's the 4-player game that we both dream about playing when the first move was to... Yeah, let's not go there. $95? Wasn't on my list of candidates. Probably bishop f6, and I'm threatening to take this. No. Healthy moves, please. Healthier moves than 95. Okay, d1 is the healthiest move. Thank you very, very much. By far. And this also sets you up for another move, at least, in case black does something spectacularly relevant. Mr. Hockey Chess Dude is in the house too, by the way. Now, they played queen d7, which is shite. And this needs a very firm punishment. No Greek gift, brother. I don't know how you hope to sell a Greek gift when your knight is gonna get chopped down here. Not happening. I will reflect on why e5 was not correct. My audio is quiet. Maybe I'm just leaning too far away from the mic. I brought it closer, but you're right. Actually, it's a bit quieter than normal. Huh. Okay, let's try. Fuck. Everyone else is saying that it's fine, so sorry, Cody. Side effect of having 47 kids, you're going deaf. $95 now has stepped up to second best because it kicks the queen with the tempo. But there is a much better move here, which is d5. And this is my answer to Fat Belly's earlier recommendation for e5. The problem with e5 here is that it makes the pawn structure rigid. It shits on this bishop in a royal way. And we don't have enough pull about h7. In fact, after queen d5, our position is beginning to deteriorate very, very quickly. In contrast, there are lines where we play e5, by the way, but not here. If you go d5, you are going to open up both bishops onto the king, which is absolutely terminal. Or has chances of becoming terminal. Let's go with that. They took, which was also dog shit. Took back. Now, what's wrong with bishop takes d5? We need to get that out of the way. Correct. Bishop e4 wins the house. Game is over. Although I needed to see bishop c4, where you still need to be tactically very sharp. No, I'm joking. Rook takes d7 is fine, but this is still a bit of a converting challenge. But objectively speaking, after bishop c1, we should be able to bring this home. The engine recommends instead an absolutely wild line based on check. Check. Now it looks like we're winning a free queen. But nah. But then we go queen e5. Mate threat. Queen is still on. But then they play bishop f6. But then we take it. And according to the engine, this is a more convincing, slightly more convincing win than taking the 2 pieces for the rook scenario I showed you earlier. Yeah, when the engine showed me this, I am like, what? The heck was that? Sorry, I need to do a bit of a cutting. Let's see if I can get a norm for OBS. Right. So, rook d1, d5 played. In the end of that line, rook c1, you just take g7, and then you just create a loop for your king. There is no discovered check that can hurt you, because you have got nothing of value on white. Good question, but you don't need to freak out. You just act like it's all fine. Right, so back to the game. d5, bishop d6 played, and here white missed the glorious attacking idea. Painful, but you can't win them all. Nah, no. That's not how the game ended. Bishop h7 is on. Definitely not. 100% best way to lose the game. Because after king takes knight g5, king h8, queen h5, queen f5, and we can resign. Yeah, knight g5 is obviously best. G6 is terrible though, exactly because of knight h7. h6 is the best test that we need to answer. Queen e4 is strongly met by f5, and that can easily end up in us crying. You do not want to play queen e4 here, even though it's advantageous to white, But your advantage here is fizzling out into a boring endgame. Professor Edie, you the man, thank you so much. First we go check, and then Queen H5. And now we have got about 47 threats. Chief amongst them is Queen takes H6. And after F6, you can just pull the bishop back all the way. Note that now the knight can't be captured because of check. Sexy. And as a result of that, we are just winning because queen is incoming. So yeah, this is basically game over. It was missed. Instead, knight e5 was played. I think you can. I think you can. It's just ever so slightly more accurate. I can go rook e8 here. And now after the check, I can go this way. That's why it's better to start with the check. This is winning too. But like I said, bishop h7 is more winning. Right, 95 played. Bozo. Queen e7. And now we have got a beautiful winning sequence for white again. Which was missed again. Oh yeah, the bishops are cannons. You understand now why, once again, e5 was undesirable and d5 is the way to go. So, what do we do? Massive gifting of 50 subs. That name, man. That name. It's time to live up to it. I tell you what the problem with that fat belly is that after here, take, bishop takes, you have got exactly 0 threats. But you're completely winning. Knight g6 is good. But knight g4 was the move that I was after, because that is even sexier. You don't want to miss an opportunity like that when it comes by. Yeah, that's a bit of a bivouac. Alright, game went rook e1. Lame. Rook e8. Now, sadly, the trick that we have seen before is not working anymore because it's not mate. Just one of my besties. Clearly not you. Clearly not you. Okay, what do we do now? Well, remember, you were gonna play e5 against d5, buddy, so you are in no position to critique the ongoing issues. Yeah, knight g4 is really bad because after takes, it's not made. Yeah. Like, I'm not even sure if white is better here. I would say not. Because d5 is becoming a problem. So no, knight g4 is a blunder. Sometimes I just ask what to do in positions where you just need to play a chess move without setting the board on fire. I'm glad you like my Benko stuff. Knight d7 is an interesting queen sacrifice I don't understand. Oh, you wanted to do a perpetual check. That's cool. But we can do that from knight g4 too, but it doesn't work. So, just pull back, guys. Like, why is it so hard? Obviously, we go to h4 because we want to have influence on the dark squares. Okay, what now? What now? Yeah, no, after queen f8, 97 check. Yeah, I could... yeah, I guess you have perpetual check there too. Bishop takes, you're saying. That's curious. And if I take? I'm not sure I understand this. Maybe I do. The knight takes. Yeah, knight d7 is a big fat win here. But the most beautiful win, guys, is knight g6. Fg, bishop g. Rook e1, rook e1, rook c7. And just take the bishop and then you go in for the kill here. Hey, Jazz! Bishop a1 played. Knight b3 played. And the end was somewhat anticlimactic. Friend. A friend of a friend. What is the win? What is the wind? The win, rather. Yeah, made in 2. Actually 3, sorry. If it goes here, it's made in 1. If it goes here, it's made in 1. And this is your made in 2. Yes, online blitz rating is very, very volatile, which is why I stopped playing when I reached 2900. Very, very aptly observed. Well done. All right. I was hoping that dude who was talking to me about his online over the board win in the B5 thingy-mabobby, fried liver, would send me that game, but he didn't. Okay. We've got maybe half an hour or so left. Has my good man Cody played any good games? Code? Oh, Cody has been banned by the machine. Oh! And he's just coming at me right away with the goods. Right on cue, brother. Right on cue. But you haven't sent me a game yet, Cody. What's up? Mr. Giovanni, I am at your service. Happily, all the time. Kotsky, where is the game, buddy? No game? You know what? I'll go to your account. I will be a big boy. I will help myself. Maybe it was this, the most recent. May you ask for some advice? Well, generally speaking, that's what I do here, so I'm not gonna say no to that. Yeah, ask for advice. My answer is likely gonna be get a girlfriend. But let's hear it first. Cody, bullshit. You need to play knight f6 here, man. What is this e6 nonsense? Did you expect knight c3? No, you didn't. So when knight c3 landed, you should have done this. What is the purpose of this move? The purpose of this move is to play e4. I'm not allowing e4. Classical. Hello, after knight c3? How, bro? No, I know it is a Dutch, buddy. I have been doing this chess thing for a while. I'm telling you that the Dutch main lines here are c4, g3, and knight f3. Knight c3 is an oddball. You pose. This is not what you expected. And you reflect. What did they want to do? e4. Do I want that to happen? No. So you don't play e6, you play knight f6 to stop e4. And you should never ever be in this dog shit. Ever. What's guarding this bad boy here? I did. But I don't understand what you're talking about, buddy. I did tell you to not to do this. I did tell you to do this. What does that have to do with you not thinking for yourself after knight c3? I don't understand how move 1 impacts move 2. Like, why are you blaming this on me? You didn't play knight f6. You didn't ask yourself what this was doing. You failed yourself. Yeah, d5 is also a correct move here. Okay, let me get back to this guy while Cody overcomes this whole issue. I'm thinking about going to an OTB tournament tomorrow. I'm an amateur player that started playing online a few years ago. About a decent player, but here's the problem. I perform extremely poorly OTB for some reason, making some atrocious blunders in classical that I would never make in online blitz. I told you, you need a girlfriend. No, that's bullshit. You do know how to play f5 because you always do. Like, you played in your life 4,000 games that went like this. Don't give me this bullshit. You do know how to play it. Except your opponent threw in a curveball and played something that you have never faced before. And I'm telling you that what is wrong is not necessarily so much the move you played, but the mentality that you didn't check in with what does my opponent want to do. They want to play e4. You just went freaking autopilot and you just played the moves you always do and you were hoping that it will be all fine. Like, were you gonna play e6 against this? I don't think so. You would be like, what the fuck is this move doing? Same goes for knight c3, brother. Well, Cubes, it's definitely not a chess problem. It's a psychological problem. So, you're asking a chess coach to work on your psyche. That sentence makes no sense whatsoever, Cody. I faced Jobava with 1e6. The fuck does that mean? The Jobava London starts on move 2. With bishop f4 on move 3. I don't know. I don't understand what you're talking about. And I'm also struggling with understanding what you don't understand about what I'm telling you. Anyway, I will move on. And I will get back to you, Cubes, after the end. But yeah, you have got psychological problems, not chess problems. So, Mr. Code, why are we not taking this pawn? I will just ask simple questions now. Isn't this hanging? Hello? Central pawn. I actually do not know what you mean. Yeah, let's put that problem behind us. We'll come back to it because it's very clear that we talk past each other and I really don't like that. So why are we not taking this pawn instead of castling is what I would like to investigate. Yes, but I don't understand why anyone would bring that up. NC. What does NC stand for? Not sure. With a C. Not sure. Come on, man. Don't break my heart telling me that you didn't realize that this pawn was hanging. Ay, 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 ay. F3. Ooh, boy. Okay. Fun game ahead. Okay. Okay. D5. Broski. D5 here. Shitting on your own bishop, creating a backward pawn. What is happening? Bot mid ping. Oh my word. So, the only reason, Code, why d5 is not a total catastrophic blunder is because your opponent is no position to stop you from playing e5. And as a result of that, what you are doing is just a little bit bad as opposed to absolutely devastatingly terrible. But if this was the agenda, I am questioning why are we not playing it with knight c6, castles and d5 right away with a subsequent e5? In which case you don't have a shit bishop biting into the back of your own pawn. Or something to that effect. Like you are mixing key two plans in the worst possible way. Like there is no freaking way you should be playing d5 here. e5 makes a lot of sense. Like e5 I would be like, yeah. Brilliant pawn break. Challenging the center. Not doing anything stupid to your own pawns. Instead now you are shitting on this. And if you don't play e5 next, it's gonna be really, really bad. Yeah, it's a horrible positional move. But due to circumstances, I wanted to push c5 and stop push. What? What? Can you give that another go, please? Just for those of you, by the way, who are not sure, Botbit Ping is like a follower from like 45,000 years ago. Ah, he wanted... Yeah, thank you. You're reading his mind. He wanted to stop c4, which was never a threat because c4 hangs d4. Okay, so let me speak first. e5. This is what we should have played. Do I need to explain this or are we good with this? We are good with this. Very good. I thought so because it's a central break that doesn't shit on your bishop. It allows you to centralize your knight. Challenges the center. Yeah, good. d5 does none of this effectively, but let's move on. 92. Okay, so now f4 is coming. Okay, so now we are headed very, very quickly to an absolutely miserable position. So this is what we would describe as a horrible French. It's a French structure where everything went bad for black. We have got a terrible bishop buried behind pawns on white. And you have got no meaningful pawn break whatsoever because c5 is not going to accomplish anything at all. So we went from very decent to miserable in a blink of an eye. You mean d5 here? That's what you want, brother. Because now the exact opposite is happening versus what happened in the game. Now it is white who is putting all his pawns on the color of their bishop. And consequently, you have got now a happy bishop. They have got a shitty one. And the pawn structure is completely rigid. You can just play d6, knight f5, chuck the knight back on d4, bring the rook here. White has nothing to play for. Black is clearly better. Here, it's the exact opposite. You have got absolutely nothing to play for. You have got shit pieces. And we are getting burned. Knight g3 is miserable. c5 is fine, but it doesn't really achieve anything. And the reason why that is the case is because you don't really want to take, you don't really want to push, you want them to take, but if they don't, then you can't force it. Yeah, and now after f4 again, white is completely killing it. Your opponent was absolutely spectacularly oblivious to anything that is sensible on the board. Jesus Christ. That's a very good move, e5 there for you, buddy. Now your position makes a lot of sense. And this is why Rook E8 was very naive, because after f4, you would have been stuck with 3.5 terrible pieces. Okay, let's move on. e5, very good. Yep. Yep. Yep, makes no sense or does absolutely nothing. Pick your favorite answer. I actually don't mind this. Strategically speaking, this is valid. But I don't know why we are not just rolling with the pawns in the center. Mr. Code. Why are we just not rolling the boys? Roll the boys. Because if they take, you take. Now we have got a penetration point and a pass pawn. No, you didn't. Okay, I'm so confused about some of your actions, man. It's crazy city. So let me try to understand what is going on here. You played Rook E6. It does weaken the structure, but it activates your pieces, so there is that. Tell me if I'm crazy, but this move to me looks like I wanna knock this in the head like crazy. And as a matter of fact, this move has no other purpose whatsoever other than boomski. To this, your opponent responds with the royally mysterious knight g3. And we go like, ha! Joke's on you. I'm not gonna take this. What? What the frick? Why would you not take this, bro? Like, what made you change your mind? That is crazy. Like, you can just eat a free pawn in an endgame, and your opponent goes like, yeah, go for it, buddy. All yours. And you go like, tricked ya there. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, then. Neto Rodriguez, ¿cómo estás, señor? How do you explain this to yourself, Cody? That's what I want to hear. The fuck is... I don't get this. Like, what is there to not like about knight f5? Like, thanks for the free pawn, hello? I don't understand it. Like, this knight on f5 can do exactly nothing. It doesn't attack anything, and it doesn't threaten anything. Like, I would have paid money for this. This is so mysterious. Also note that you can't stop knight f5, by the way. Nah. Now I can shut you down with e4, Mr. Botmid. That is wild. And now we play e4 when the white pieces are actually pretty well coordinated. There is penetration, there is back rank problems. The knight is actually now looking at the pawn. Bishop b3 can come at times. Yeah, man. This was... Ouch. Yeah, you are completely dead. Like, instead of going into just taking this and being very comfortably ahead, we went complete Burko, and now we're dead lost. So what should have happened here was check, check, take, check, king, wherever you want to go, and we just lost the chess game. Now we are down a pawn, and h7 is still dying. Now it's getting quite interesting. This was good endgame technique by you, buddy. This was actually pretty decent endgame technique by you. But this is probably a step toward the wrong direction, because what you really don't want to do here is to trade this for this. Now this is a huge asset, and if you lose these for this, you're just going to lose the game. So you need to somehow create threats based on the pawn and the activity of your king. Something like king in, and then pawn up, and then bringing in the knight to find new targets. And in this case, I would say that we are very, very close to beholding this. But you are about to trade off your greatest asset here. Maybe not. But I don't get it. What was the plan here against king e2? Because now g3 check is coming, right? Maybe knight f5, b3, or b4 even. Okay, it's a very hard endgame though. Very hard endgame. Oh, Jesus. Why wouldn't he go king d2? Oh, la la. Okay, am I the only one who is thinking that this should be going for mate? Like, why are we going king e4 and not king e3? My good friend. Surely you are picturing already in this position king here followed by knight here or here mate. Hello? Knight back, knight f4, and mate is unstoppable. What is king e4? Code. You missed you dropped the ball here, buddy. After a very well played knight, king and knight ending, just when you were there to hold the draw without any dramas whatsoever, you just dropped the ball. So, actually, without any dramas is an exaggeration. This is how this would have gone. Knight had to go back. King here, b5. And now they can't stop you from eating up all the queenside pawns. And this is a draw. But instead we went king e4, which did not create the mate threat. So now they don't have to respond. They can just run the pawns and you die. What? Hello, 95 check? It's all good, buddy. How the frick did we lose? Welcome to Hard Take, ladies. Ay, 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 ay. Nito Rodriguez, you are on the right material. Watch some of my book recommendation videos on YouTube. Based on your question, my YouTube videos are too complicated yet. So you need to engage with more beginnery material. You need to learn basic chess principles because those are the things that guide general assessments. Like your ability to identify one side controlling the center, the other doesn't. One side better developed than the other. One side having safer king than the other. These are the metrics we initially use. Botmeat, hey. Yeah, white stump consumption was a shocker in this game. Yeah. Cody played a really, really strong endgame and then he dropped the ball twice. Once when he didn't play king e3 and shooting for mate. And then 2, when inexplicably he hung his knight. Time travel played a major role in all these dramas though. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to call it a day here for today. I haven't made up my mind when I will be back on next, but you will definitely be notified. Keep an eye on the Discord and all that jazz. Track and field, yes, it did look like that. And I am going to radio off again to Mr. Cash. Have a good one, guys. Watch YouTube, and I am gonna see you soon. Take care. Love you all. Buyers. Fatally, I hardly ever play on stream these days, so that was a very low chance of happening. Anyway, take care, guys. Bye.
Never mind, 20 megabits per second upload.